And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
All right, friends, it is time for Make HOAG Money. It's good to see everyone. Just getting everybody in here. YouTube just about to open up here. I think we're about ready to go, so let's get started. Always have to start with the CFTC disclaimer. It's so important to understand how risky futures trading can be. These are leveraged products. You can lose possibly more than your initial investment. To me, risk capital is money that I can afford to lose. We should only use risk capital for trading, or somebody else's. Use top steps. Hypothetical or simulated performance results do have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulates do not represent actual trading. Why? Well, everybody says, "Hoag, why is it so easy when I'm on a sim for me to trade profitably, but the minute I get in the trading combine, or God forbid, fund an account, it's so much more difficult?" It's because the sim account is free. There's no accountability. There's no consequence. It's very easy to go ahead and make whimsical trading choices, but it's a lot more difficult when you actually have skin in the game. What we're doing here is in a live account. We're trading micros. It's not very high risk, but it is for educational purposes only. We're not suggesting the purchase or sale of anything. You guys are the ones really making the suggestions. There are some basic rules for Make HOAG Money, of course. We do expect kindness and respect above everything. There's always differences of opinion in markets. It's what makes them so good. I'm going to have a couple of people enabled to talk. If you want to, let me know. We're all going to be involved in the decisions. Context, of course, will be helpful if you're thinking about taking a trade. You will have the opportunity to share your charts if you are in a speaking mode. We're going to use the chat rooms to discuss trades. That's on YouTube and on the Zoom meeting. We're going to focus on the MES for opportunities. We're not going to trade just to trade. We've got to have good reason for our trades. We're not going to be taking losing trades, which is, of course, a joke. We know losses are part of trading. And feedback for Make Money is, of course, vital to its continued growth and hopefully enjoyment by everyone. Let's get the platform up here. Let's see if anybody wants to talk. This is the daily. Let's see if anybody wants to talk. Let me know. You can either raise your hand or just let me know in the chat. Spence is going to stick with chat. He's got music in the background. Hopefully something good. What I first want to just kind of discuss here is where we're opening up. Okay, here's our late spike from yesterday. We really just took a good look up there. We're going to be opening with a gap below a late spike. First question is going to be, do we want to take the opening range trade? Do we want to take it? Yes or no? We can keep it limited risk, but we are opening out of balance in a market that fell out of balance yesterday in a continuation type situation. We'll see. Let's pay for that furnace. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Spence, Travis. Yeah, we'll get you in here in just a couple of minutes, Travis, so we can talk. I do see Randolph here. If Randolph wants to talk, let me know. Fred, good to have you with us. Spencer, Vince. Got lots of good folks here. Jimmy Decker, JT, Swapnell. Trading Research and Saltbone saying hello on the Zoom meeting. Here's our poll. Here's the results. 70% say yes. So we're going to try and keep our risk to under 7 points. That puts us at about 5 points of risk in the opening range trade. So I'm going to bring up our 1 minute chart. Hopefully the opening range works for us. So there's the 1 minute chart. I'm going to put this over here for just a couple of minutes. We do have, hang on a second. I would be looking more preferably for the opening range to remain the high of the regular trading hour session today. That would have us looking for shorts, but we can take it either way. Because we are opening again with some decent probability below the base of the late spike. If that doesn't work, the base of the late spike and where the late spike began up here are also interesting areas for me, in a little bit longer time frame, to look for opportunities. So Fred likes that 28 level. Fred, I think, is thinking about, well, if we're not the only ones thinking about that, where are their stops going to be? I like the way you're thinking. Sebastian, the base of the late spike is on TPO. Okay, this is the micros. So typically, the base of the late spike is going to be that 2:30 to 3 o'clock bar that extends and continues to extend into the close. We did close in the late spike, so that's 39.1375, 13. So we closed right about here. So we closed in the late spike. The market did not have time in the regular trading hour session to show acceptance of this level. So we look to the open on the following day to see if there is continuation in the form of opening below the late spike. The market is still showing out of balance, and it's a high probability of acceptance of lower pricing. So we're looking for opportunities to sell strength when we open below or in a late spike. Opening below is the highest probability of acceptance of lower pricing. The inside the late spike is also acceptance of lower pricing, but a slightly lower probability thereof. But this market really fell out of balance when it broke out and accepted below the initial balance, which was right up here at 29.2850. 28, 29, 25, I believe. So this whole area here is out of balance, and right now is showing a higher probability of acceptance of lower pricing. So we're looking at the opening range as an opportunity for the longer time frame traders to take control of the market in either direction, really. Chris, the TPO profile incorporates more colors than the standard peach color because I want to be able to see over time where price was. We can see that the market opened here yesterday, tried to push higher, and then rotated lower through the rest of the session through the colors. Chris, I can show you how to do that as we get deeper into Make HOAG Money today. I don't want to do that right now because we're thinking about taking an execution here off this 1 minute chart. Opening range. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to see if this works out for us. Because we're doing it and it's, on in front of God and everybody, it probably won't work. Just seems to be the way things go. So we are at 5, 6, 7 points of opening range already. Oh, 9 points of opening range already. We're back inside the late spike. We are at, going to take this off. Okay, we are at the base of the late spike here. We are at overnight high. Just stopped short of overnight high. Opening range still is the high and the low of the session so far. It's 14.5. Still inside the opening range. 14.25 in the S&Ps. Just took out the high of the opening range. Took out the high of the overnight and testing the base of the late spike. There's the late spike. Do we look to take an execution short up here somewhere? Relaunch pull. Okay, we're looking at a potential short up here somewhere. Fred, good thought. Don't want to sell it if the opening range is the low of the session. So we opened below the base of we opened below the late spike. I agree with Fred. It's a hard thing to do when the opening range is the low of the session. Here's the results, 71%. I think we are looking for a short. I don't think we're there yet, though. That's right, Salt Bones. Where do we run out of buyers? Our last poll, here's the results. We were looking for a short, but we're not there yet. Bob Brother asks, did J Pow talk unicorns and rainbows? Rick, are you interested in talking? I got Travis here. Travis, I'm going to find you. There you are. Spencer saying this might be a value area special situation play. Value low on TPO yesterday and volume is the same.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Travis. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm embracing the experience as always.
Rick, do you not want to talk? Otherwise, I'm gonna invite you in too. Here he is. Have you met my brother, Travis?
I have several times actually.
Yeah. Despite how he kind of comes off, he's actually a pretty nice guy.
How you doing, Randolph?
Hey, Mortimer. Thanks for promoting me.
Well, I gotta get somebody in here. So,
This
so
is actually the area where I wanted to take a short.
mm-hmm.
I agree. Sell it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've already agreed we're looking for a short, so I just barreled into this.
I have a range here, 26.75 to 33 something, 34. So it could get into that range a little bit more, but
I'm gonna
the idea of a rejection here in this area.
I'm gonna put a stop in.
It's got to stay below that 3,900 level.
So we're short 24. I've got a pretty substantial stop above it, just a catastrophic
Way up.
stop.
Sure.
Move it down a little bit here. So our really the start of the late spike is where we have found our first real degree of resistance. Now there's lots of reasons for this. Yesterday's high, or the day before's high, I'm sorry, Friday's high. The breakout of the initial balance yesterday, which brought forth this one-time framing move below the range, creating the spike for us. What are you looking at, Travis, where you're seeing that level?
Yeah. Well, like I said, the level I was looking at, 26 to 34. Like you just said, that was high of one of the sessions last week, Friday, I believe, or maybe it was Thursday. I don't remember now. And looking there is that like 1650, 1675. That was a pretty important level. Overnight and in previous sessions, that was some areas of resistance. So that's going to see some support today, and then down to the 3910 area. I mentioned that actually on last week. I think Thursday's make HOAG money.
Yeah, that was the single ticks here.
Correct. Yep. And we have our open today at 0750. So I think initially that range and for our profit target on our short today, that 3910 or the open 0750 would be my first look for a target. If we're gonna stay bullish today, we'll hold the open price. If we break below that, then obviously 3900 as Rick mentioned, very important. 3900 to 3890 is a pretty key area. So I'll be looking for there, possibly for a long if we're not going to hold above below the 3900 area.
It's at 3905. 07-ish area, the VWAP.
Yes.
Yeah, which is also the open price now, so that'll be a very important support, at least initially, if we get down there.
Yeah, it clusters around there if you look at the.
You're looking at this, right?
Yeah,
A lot of congestion there.
you got a lot of moving averages all in there too.
And so far, we're not rejecting that 26 level as much as I'd like to see it do it. Not as quickly anyway.
Yeah. Time slows when you have risk on, right? We have Justin Saltbones talking about there's some negative delta piling up here. We see negative 1100 here. That is correct. Which does make me a little nervous because if we see negative delta, that should be more aggressive sellers hitting market orders. But if the price doesn't go that direction, it can indicate longer term presence of buyers. But it's pretty early and kind of small delta here for us. We're seeing our price action now giving us a little bit of consideration to the downside.
Yeah, now we're at that 1650, testing that what was resistance in the previous weeks of trade.
Mm-hmm.
You do your trailing stop, you move it down or not?
I did not yet. You think we should take the risk off?
Yeah.
Might want to tighten it up anyway, because if we do get back into that,
We take out the highs.
We put in a new high then.
right? Oh, you're already there though.
Yeah, I just moved it.
Yeah, Caesar had the same idea.
Just moved it.
Oh, okay, good.
Nice job, guys. Session anchored VWAP acting supportive.
The Dow's selling off a little.
So where's our target? Are we going to VWAP with this?
Yeah, the open 0750 is where I would take it.
So I'm going short of that. We're going to 10.
Yeah, there you go.
I always go short of my real profit target.
Right. Yeah, I do too.
Everybody,
Just in case it gets a couple ticks away.
everybody get a nice cup of coffee. Here we are. Settlement 1375.
Yeah, I think it was Spencer that was talking about that being a key area. Yeah, so far it's not getting below that 1650. Needs to break through that.
So what are we seeing? Are we seeing that would be contrary to our position? Do we feel as though it's that a ruling reason enough to take this trade, to get out?
I really want to see what the next. So we got a minute left in this. I trade on the 5-minute chart. So
right?
got a minute left in this bar. I want to see what it does.
There's your 5-minute chart. I just put this one on 5.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you can see it spike down there, obviously.
Yeah.
So if the next bar, if it starts buying off of that and heading back, towards 20 and above 20, then I might consider bailing on the the trade.
So really, if we were to take out the high of this bar in the next 5 minutes,
Right.
so we could feasibly, based
Put the
on
stop
that,
there.
put the stop at our break even.
I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Well,
Unless it hits it and then goes down.
well, yeah, that's it has to hit it, and it so it can go down.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, cover above that 10 level at the VWAP.
Mm-hmm. That's where we got our exit.
Yeah.
So here's the next 5-minute bar.
Yep. And,
Let's take out the low of it. Let's take out the low of the previous one. Come on.
right.
Doesn't really help to yell at it, but makes me feel good.
Right. Helps us.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's still holding that as support, so it might just. Wiggle around here.
Just came to tease us. I've been doing a lot more reading lately. Jared Tendler's book has been.
No, you're not. You're listening.
Well, yeah, I've been listening. Yeah, I should say. I got him on audiobook, and I get a lot more done on audiobook than I do when I sit and read.
You multitask.
I can't do that though. If I start something else, I completely lock out what I'm listening to.
Yeah, I do that too. Just kind of phasing, like, what did they just say?
Right.
Listen to it over and over.
Right. So I'm go back 30 seconds.
Right.
There you go.
Back 30
I would-
seconds.
I'd go ahead and take it here if you're
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
okay.
We'll 10% rule it.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is.
All right. Nice trade.
ring the bell, John.
Ding ding.
Yeah, there you go.
So nice job.
If it gets back up there, let them have it again.
Yeah, you think, huh?
Oh yeah, reload.
We can certainly limit the risk.
Around 20, 24, 25.
We can limit the risk.
Yeah. You're already playing with their money.
That's my money.
Mm-hmm.
So we're locked. You know, we've got an offer in at 25.
If we can
Mr. Valentine has set the price.
What was it?
if we can hold this
High
open
left.
price, I want to take a long here to get back up there.
What was the high of the last rally? Was it around 24?
We was like 23. I think it got within 4 ticks of us because we were short 24.
Yeah, you need to drop your sell down a couple things.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You see what I mean about
That's
about
to
him?
deal with.
Yeah. Right.
This 39.20 is going to be a key area right here.
So we're watching to see. Here's that 1 minute chart. Here's that opening range. You just traded right to the low of it, apparently.
If it takes out the low, would you short it?
I don't think that's correct. Oh yeah, I guess it is. It would be something I would consider.
The 3,900 area is going to be key also.
It will.
Psychologically.
Right.
Big fat
It
round
is.
number.
They always are.
So Travis was like, if we get down to the opening price, I'd think about a long. Well,
Which I did take.
you did. Nice. Well, at least for now, right?
Right. Exactly. But I think I'll exit if it gets to the 1650.
Coming back at that from the other side.
Right. And then if we can get above that and get back to our,
Exit or
Okay.
You
entry.
took a long.
I'm long from 0775.
Nice job.
We
We were slow on the punch to that one.
You got slow thumbs anyways. So Travis, if it gets up there, you just flip, go short, or you just
Yeah. Well, I'll take my profit at 1650, and I want to see it get back above 20 before I take another short.
Yeah.
I want better location, because if it's going to break above that, above the 16, I think it'll go a little higher, and I don't want 16. Wouldn't be a good trade location at that point. And backer 1650, that's because that's a level that I've had identified for a while now. It's been a key area, and especially overnight, last night.
I'm with you, Caesar.
Yesterday, today, and even last week, that was a key resistance area. They had a lot of touches and rejected it as resistance in the past few trading sessions, including the overnight session last night. So that's why it's an important area for me.
You were talking about that level even yesterday.
I was, yeah. Yeah, it's been important for a few sessions.
So Rick Travis is in Battle Creek, Michigan.
All right.
I am.
Aren't you?
Yep, I am.
Yeah.
Can make Cheerios there or something?
It's Kellogg's, yeah. Kellogg's in Post headquarters. So
Yeah.
and Cereal City is the mantra.
Yeah. You know, it's nothing coming out today. It might sidebar for a while too.
Could. John, looks like Greg wanted to say something.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, sure. So, yeah. Rick has done some considerable travel through Michigan, haven't you, Rick?
Hey, John, leave it to Tom to ask for a picture.
I know.
I think he's gonna like take it in the bathroom or something.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I got a quick question. We talking about going long, right? So if we go from the gap from Monday, right? We had closed under it yesterday doing make HOAG money. Do you fear that that's resistance for the long that we're taking? I don't think we mentioned that. Just want to point it out.
Wait, say that once again.
Okay, so we gapped up on Monday, right? So on my charts, I got it between 39.15 and 39.19. So we just broke through there for that short, but we're talking about going long. So do we consider this gap as resistance or trouble for us to clear before we could confirm the long?
I
We
don't.
could potentially, I'm listening.
I don't see the gap.
The gap from Monday's open. When we open up on Sunday night, we gapped up.
Well, here's Sunday.
Right.
Do you talk about that spike up?
Right. When we open on Sunday, we gapped up.
Well, we did, but we closed it.
Right. But then okay, so now we're going through the gap right now. I was just wondering because price was stalling in this area, and I was kind of uncertain that.
Oh, I see. So you're looking at the opening gap from Friday's session to Sunday night.
Yeah, 39.25 area.
Correct. Yeah. That area.
Okay.
So we was going long, so I was fearful that area could prevent our long from being successful. So that's what I was really concerned about. But it as of now, it looks like the market doesn't care about that little area there. So
Well,
long is looking good.
Yeah, I mean, we did We did open with that gap and closed it on Sunday night. We opened with the gap on Monday morning and also closed it.
Correct.
So I don't see that as important structure in that context.
Okay. So we just void it. We disregard it right now.
Well, the fact that Friday's high, it has been somewhat resistant. Is it important because of the gap and because of the gap from the open from Friday to Monday? It could be. I mean, it could be, but it's not something I'm focused on.
Okay. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's important, but we're not focused on it right this time.
Right.
All right, no problem.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you so much.
No, you bet.
Mortimer, what'd you do? Pull your cell?
No, what I did when we took out the low of the opening range, I time stopped a short. We lost a couple of ticks on it because I was looking for maybe some continuation to the downside.
Well, I was going, 1650 was my profit target off the open, but it spiked down there and it actually stopped me out before it got up there. So took me out too.
So we had a couple of little losses there. So here's our entry. We're going to go up to 24 and a half to reload.
Keep inching it up so you don't get it.
Yeah, we got it.
There you go.
It was a perfect entry, my friend. Keep moving it up so you don't get it.
Mortimer, I'll give you $1 for that one.
Yeah. Tom, my brother Tom is a very
Geek.
technical guy.
MacGyver.
He's like, if you have an engine that won't start, all he has to do is touch it, and it'll start. So I had a new furnace put in yesterday. It was a hectic day here yesterday, and I said, the install's done. He asked for a picture.
I want to make sure they did the job right.
She sent him a picture of the old one.
Like, I saw that text last night. I'm like, really?
Oh, I did. I was laughing.
Like, what the heck?
Him to ask for a picture of it.
What the heck?
I got a wall full of furnaces. Well, he did install them for a while.
Yeah, he did. He did install them for a while. So
On the side, so he's buying it from Granger and putting them in.
all right, here we
Where
are.
are you gonna reel it in? VWAP
VWAP 12,
Where's that at right now?
39 and 11.
11. We're going short of that at 13.
They put it in around 12 and a half.
I'm going to go with 16. Travis's kind of important level here. We got to move back to that.
One more thing, gentlemen. We're going long here?
No,
We're short right now.
Okay.
we were short off the open price in the opening range.
All
Or
right.
long, I'm sorry. That's where our long was. We didn't take a long up here.
And he took a profit and then he reloaded.
Okay. So we're throwing a line here to go short.
Right. We were
Somewhere against the high of the day.
Yeah, we were short here earlier. We took a nice profit. It's given us another opportunity here. We can limit the risk, so we're giving it a shot. Who needs?
So
Yeah.
Your weekly kickoff high number is what value?
This week in the S&Ps, it's up at 39.90.
Okay.
Some of the reasoning for that was an expected breakout of this area of balance, which we got yesterday. We didn't quite get to the kickoff high because that 200 session moving average was in the way that our good fella friend Vince showed to us.
Okay.
And that's on the continuation chart. I don't think I have anything on this, but
But you can still see the consolidation structure though.
yes.
That's where that 39 and 20 resistance is right there.
That's what your brother called the barcodes?
Yes, this is it.
Yep. I've been listening for weeks.
Yeah, he thinks
Chicken
he.
bones and tea leaves.
Yes. What happened?
So you've been amazing.
Take your profit there, Hogue?
What happened? I don't know what I did.
Well, you had it got down to 16.
Oh, I guess it did.
You got filled.
Oh. Well,
What do you mean, huh? You made profit, huh?
I know,
Huh?
it's a surprise. It's rare when it happens.
that doesn't usually happen.
I was not used to that.
That was actually-
Travis, you're
When
supposed to be on my
trade,
side,
just let
Travis.
it go.
Oh, yeah, you're right, John. I apologize.
Hey, John, put another cell in there.
We going to the well again?
Absolutely.
We did have a number come out just
You know what?
now.
Until the market proves you wrong, you know what? It's giving you opportunities up there. That's what I see.
So far.
Wholesale trades, wholesale trade sales, inventories came. Well, it should be out now. Not yet.
Got a new 30-minute bar.
The Dow didn't like it.
I don't even see that it's. Oh, here it is. Inventories came out as expected. Wholesale sales lower.
Dun, dun, dun.
What does that
This is from,
what does that mean?
Juice?
Yes,
Okay.
That should be bearish.
somebody needs to replace the battery in their smoke alarm detector.
Yeah, that's me, and I gotta find out which one it is.
That is enough to drive a person crazy.
I don't want to miss your show, John.
Fire be damned. We got Make Hogue Money going on right now.
Makes my day. Where's your cell?
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
So we had that spike at 25 was the high. So if you're a little below that, that's a good location.
Back to the 5.
Yeah.
Yep, 25 high. We are doing pretty much what Randolph said. We are barcoding.
Mm-hmm.
You might not like that retail sale number.
The wholesale number.
Your wholesale, yeah.
So, Hope, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you like how you can have the market profile up when the session starts, and you get these values live.
Hey, Shaw, I'll turn my mic off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Greg.
Oh yeah. So when you have your market profile and you get these active, you get your active lines. Do you really use them because it's so fresh in the session?
That's when it's the hardest.
Right.
So
right.
this
I agree.
this is a really good question, Greg, and it goes back to the book Mind Over Markets, to where the sooner you can correctly assume the day type that you're in, the sooner you're going to be able to basically kind of pick out the strategy that you're going to be going with.
Right.
So if we had made an assumption that whatever was going on in the past has led us to a point where the market needs to digest and we're likely to have a normal trading day. In other words, the initial balance is going to envelop the entire range of the day. No range extension after the first hour. Then we can then make the assumption that buys below value with no range extension have an 85% probability of returning back inside of value to take a profit. Not necessarily below value to above value, although that does happen. It's the expectation is when the range is expected to maintain, there's an 85% probability of buying below value, that price will return inside of value, as well as above value. Because the value area is 70% of the time, you've got 15% of the time above and 15% of the time below. That creates that 85% probability of potentially taking a profit back inside value. Again, only back inside value. 85% without range extension down here. 85% of the time, you're going to have an opportunity to take a profit inside value.
Correct. I understand. I got it. And I got the book too. I just bought it on my tablet on iBooks. Market. What's the
Mind over markets?
Mind over matter. No, mind over markets. James Dalton.
Yes. So,
Yes.
you know, what is the market in longer time frame telling us? Well, here's the daily. We've rejected above balance here. Yesterday, this is some pretty good excess on the daily chart.
Would you call that a shooting star or a pin bar for the daily?
It's a pin bar. What would you call this in candlestick?
Yeah, it's a shooting star.
Shooting
Or a hammer.
a hammer, right?
The wick.
Yeah.
I think actually the technical term is a shadow. Shadow body.
Right.
So is this a reversal pattern?
You come out.
Potentially. You can make a case out of anything. You just
Yes.
drop a data.
Yes, you can.
Also, yes.
Yes, you can.
So
Hey,
one more
John,
thing.
go,
One more thing.
Go back a little further on
Oh, I'm
the daily.
sorry.
On the daily here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday in group coaching, Mr. Hope. You see the
See?
top of that wick? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're getting kind of a head and shoulders there too. If you look at it, it's giving you the finger in the middle. But
Well, yeah, we've been talking about that. If you would actually pay attention, Rick, during the forecast, head, shoulder. This weekly kickoff low I'm viewing as the neckline, and acceptance below that takes us all the way down here.
go up a little bit.
I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
Well, look at this. I mean, look at that green rally, and then you go to the left a little bit.
Here,
Oh no! Go to the right.
here.
Yeah, go a little bit more to the right.
You told me to see
That
that.
rally, John, you just move your arrow to the right. Okay, see that green up to about 41.20.
That's the
Over
CPI.
to the left now. Yeah.
Here, this one.
To the
That's
left.
CPI.
No, to the left. That one.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Now
great.
you got a shoulder to the left and a shoulder to the right.
Right.
It's kind of a giving you the finger rally and a break. It's normally a head and shoulders isn't that volatile or that quick, but you could look at that both left and right of that is shoulders.
Shoulders, right.
Yeah, and you were going farther out.
Speaking of giving somebody the finger,
Flipping you off, John. That's what it's doing.
I got a finger for you.
1 second, Mr. Hope. Being that's from the daily screen. All
Yeah.
right. Yesterday's daily candle, right?
Uh-huh.
Can we make that? That's what I was trying to talk to you yesterday in group coaching. Can we say that yesterday's daily candle had form resistance by that neckline, your black line there, from the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern? The black line, the head and shoulders pattern in yesterday's rally.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I was trying to say to you. That's what I was trying to say to you yesterday. So
Also,
because of right.
our good friend and good fellow Vince pointed out that the 200 session moving average on the continuation chart put in the high.
Mhm.
That would be confluence, right? From moving average.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
PA. That's
Yes.
two things telling us the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is so beautiful, man. I just love it, man. When different studies align, it's just beautiful.
It's powerful, isn't it, when you see these
Yeah.
things?
And I'm not gonna lie, you did put it the head and shoulders though about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until I came to a recap. I watch it every day. Every day, Mr. Ho. Every day. Don't miss a day.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I was upset when you went on vacation, but I know you gotta
He's going through HOAG withdrawals.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Well, I appreciate that, and the only thing that would make me happier than just being here is seeing your success. That's really the goal. Is
Definitely. I know that you put the time in, man. I know you care, so you got to do the right thing.
yeah, it's
Trade location,
when
proper
people
management.
when people tell me about their success in step 1 or step 2 or in a funded account, it's what makes me do this. It's wonderful.
Preparation, everything. It's like you're like a basketball coach. I play sports, so it's like you're like the coach. It's literally, heads up, hands, arms out. Read your defense. So you're in the back of my mind when I do certain things. Take a deep breath.
Well, it's I guess all in the ability to continue to learn and grow, right?
Yes, indeed.
And
you never know too much.
My hope for everybody is get them to the point where they can maintain an account for a long time, because then they're in the position to buy the time to get better and better at what they're doing. But it takes every day doing the work, self-knowledge, working on yourself, finding out the things that trip you, that things that bring you back to center. It's so difficult to do this, and I believe
it's a practice.
Yeah, and I think
Like
a lot of folks would probably be more successful at this if they would just give themselves the chance. There's a lot of work involved.
Yeah, but it's the work ethic, man. Because nobody's on your shoulder. Nobody did it. Say, hey, you did this.
That's right. That's right.
You did this right. You gotta be your own critic and be real diligent and aggressive against yourself.
And I've been listening to.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
Touché.
I've been listening to the Tom Hugard book, The Biggest Loser Wins, or The Best Loser Wins. And
what's the author's name?
Tom Hugard.
TomHugart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer's right.
Yeah, Tom HOUGAARD.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, not at all. Okay. And just going through this book, there's so many things that I've learned from others, from trading psychologists and everything that he touches base on in this book. And the subtitle for this is we're in and we're out.
You're out. Nope, there it goes.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Somebody say something?
So it's safe to say we shouldn't reload now?
I wouldn't. I'd relook the whole scenario. So
the subtitle is Why Normal Thinking Never Wins the Trading Game. And it's so true. I mean, 90% of people are never going to make any money at this. If it's 90%, they're the
39.50 is probably going to be your next point. Resistance.
39.50.
Oh, cool. Quick question. We had a naked point of control from Friday, and price reversed from that level earlier this morning at about 7 o'clock today.
I'm going to find that smoke detector.
Mm-hmm.
Naked point of control
from Friday at 38.91.75. I mean, this might be a little off. 38.91.
38.91.5 here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
If you're going to 30-minute,
yeah,
7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
a correct assessment, right?
Yeah, we checked it in the overnight.
Mm-hmm. And that leads to this question: what's our optimal time to start every day? Is 6 o'clock a good time?
Well, I mean, I sit down here just about 5:30, 6 o'clock to start doing my homework and the homework for the forecast. Okay. But I rarely trade before the regular trading hour open.
Okay. because that's really where I'm a little struggling right now, like trying to figure out when's a good time to get up every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you live?
I'm in New York City.
New York City. So
Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock is 7 o'clock here. That's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Or 6 o'clock is 5 o'clock here. You could get up at 7.
Right.
You can get up at 7 and have plenty of time, right?
Okay, yes sir.
One thing that I keep hearing in this situation in the market right now, I keep hearing Fred say, you know what, do you want to sell it if the opening range is the low of the session? We did take out the low of the opening range, but just by a couple of ticks.
And then we have another naked point of control from yesterday at 39.54.
39.42.50 is the volume. No, here it is. 39.
With me, Spencer, I'm on my third one.
39.50.
Don't
Yeah.
work in there,
I'm
right?
using the market profile. That's what I got on the market profile.
Yeah, you're probably on the MES or on the ES.
I'm on a contract. ES, what's that? The
H.
ESH. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so the point of control is 54.
Yeah.
50, 51.
55, 20. Okay, so it's a little off. But generally in the same range. And man, you always say the point of control are magnetic. So now we're in between two from Friday and Monday.
Yeah. I mean,
we broke the weekly high, so that could be a target for today.
yeah, there was somebody who was mentioning the possibility for a value area special situation play, which is in play.
Fred's short.
You explained that yesterday, man. It's still a little tricky for me, but I'm still
Okay. So we opened with a gap. We closed the regular trading hour session gap. Now, price is heading towards value low from yesterday. TPO value low and volume value low are the same. If we accept back inside yesterday's area of value, which is up here about 39.37 is the low.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a value
Okay.
low from yesterday.
Right. So if we get back into value and show acceptance, which is very subjective.
Okay.
We used to say we needed 2 30-minute bars to close back inside the previous day's value area to mark acceptance. Sometimes the market's going to do that. Sometimes it's going to barrel all the way to the other extreme of value. Sometimes it's going to come into value, come out, come back into value, and then go. So there's never a specific technique to try and get into the value area special situation.
I got it. You know, I'm used to it from a pullback perspective, but this is in a continuation perspective. Because we have to hold in that area and then continue up higher for the 39,
Right.
38.
Right.
Yes. It's all in your orientation to how you see it. Okay.
Right.
You're so used to it being in a pullback situation. It comes back down into value.
It-
Here we're going back up into value.
Right. And value low here, could end up being resistant due to the fact that we did open below a late spike. This is a pullback according to that. But finding acceptance inside value, good probability of price at some point during the session reaching the other extreme of value, which puts us all the way back up here at 39.70. I personally would love that because then it rejects the rejection from yesterday.
I'm expecting a range trade today and tomorrow because nothing comes out tomorrow, and then you got CPI, so everybody's going to be positioning.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Or getting out of the market.
Right. So what I'm learning is that with the CPI, usually price tends to fade a bit, but then it fades usually at a strong support area, and then we get the big spike. but like you say, ACH.
ACH, that's right. That's right.
And right now, speaking of the value area low, I'm showing some resistance towards there on the 30-minute.
Right. And we're about 10 minutes from establishing the initial balance. So if Randolph is right, and we're going to kind of barcode till Thursday morning, That makes the extremes of the initial balance high target opportunities
Yes.
because we can limit risk there.
Throw the lunkers.
I think the Algos were trying to hit the stops at the, off the high, and they did.
Yeah, they did succeed at that. But we've got a 30 point range.
Profiles are amazing because you can really understand where price is going and why it's going there. And the reasoning is the most important. Why is it going there?
And how good of a job is it doing going there?
You gonna let him have another one, John?
Well, we're kind of out of time here. I got to move on. So, good day. We made
Made money.
made 20 points on
Sir.
on one.
More
Sir.
more towards that furnace for you, John.
Yeah, just
Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes.
yeah, just 50 more days like this, and we'll have it paid off.
Thank you, Mr. Holt. Thank you for letting me speak.
thanks, Sean.
Thank you for everything.
My pleasure. Thank you all for spending the time and having a little fun with me. Thanks for making me money, Randolph. I love you, buddy.
Yeah, I love you too. Trade
See you
well,
in-
everybody.
See you in group session, Mr. Holt.
Trade well.
All right. Okay.